All right, guys. So, this message is a little bit more somber. And I was reminded that I needed to do this. And so, I had received this vision. Was it Thursday night? I was on a 3-day fast of just water, and I was really having a hard time falling asleep. I was really tired. And the first vision I had was for somebody, and so I went ahead and relayed that vision. And I'm like, okay, God, we're going to sleep now, And I just couldn't. And I'm laying there, and I'm like, I could just feel like the Holy Spirit is just like, there was just something that He wanted to say. And so I sit up, and I'm like, speak, like, what is it? So I'm like praying, and I'm looking through my Bible app because I didn't want to turn on the light and wake up my husband. And nothing. And I just lay down again, and I was finally getting into that sweet zone of like finally falling asleep. And had a vision, and the vision was of there's an angel, a few angels with there's a golden trumpet. And oddly, in the vision, it showed in yellow writing, it says there's 2 trumpets. And then it just ended. It was just a vision with angels blowing 2 trumpets, and the words were very specific because they wanted me to know that there was 2 trumpets, And so I'm like, what is this? What is this, Holy Spirit? So I get up, and I start looking for it. Before I get into that, I want to share with you guys a passage in Ezekiel 33. I feel very strongly that the Lord has used me as a watchman. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. That's what I believe. The Lord is using me. He's using this really stupid, loudmouth, foolish girl as His mouthpiece. And it is humbling. And I could understand that I don't have a lot of credibility. I could understand a lot of people don't like me. But that's the funny thing, is that God uses anybody, and He will qualify anybody. With that being said, Ezekiel 33:1, the Lord spoke His word to me, saying, Human, speak to your people and say to them, suppose I bring a war against a land. The people of the land may choose one of their men and make him their watchman. When he sees the enemy coming to attack the land, he will blow the trumpet and warn the people. If they hear the sound of the trumpet but do nothing, the enemy will come and kill them, and they will be responsible for their own deaths. They will hear the sound of the trumpet but didn't do anything, so they are to blame for their own deaths. If they had done something, they would have saved their own lives. But if the watchman sees the enemy coming to attack and does not blow the trumpet, the people will not be warned. If the enemy comes and kills any of them, they have died because of their own sin, but I will punish the watchmen for their deaths. You human are the one I have made a watchman for Israel. If you hear a word from my mouth, you must warn them for me. Suppose I say to the wicked people, you will surely die. But you didn't speak to warn the wicked to stop doing evil. Then they will die because they were sinners, but I will punish you for their deaths. But if you warn the wicked to stop doing evil, and they did not stop, they will die because they were sinners, but you have saved your life. I'm sharing this because this is a very serious matter, and I don't want the responsibility of not saying what I should have said to you guys to weigh heavy on me later on. If you don't believe me, that's fine. If you don't receive it, that's fine. but I will wash my hands by doing so. I want to honor God. And if you question this, good, please pray about it. Ask the Lord. I urge you, don't take my word at face value. But I have to wash my hands by telling you guys this. Okay? So I did my research. And it took me to Numbers 10. I will read about it and we'll go from there. The Lord said to Moses, "Make 2 trumpets of hammered silver and use them to call the people together to march out of the camp. When both trumpets are blown, the people shall gather before you at the entrance of the meeting tent. If you blow only 1 trumpet, the leaders, the heads of the family groups of Israel, shall meet before you. When you loudly blow the trumpets, tribes camping on the east should move. When you loudly blow them again, the tribes camping on the south should move. The loud sound will tell them to move. When you want to gather the people, blow the trumpets, but don't blow them as loudly. Aaron's sons, the priests, should blow the trumpets. This is a law for you and your descendants from now on." Verse 9, when you are fighting the enemy who attacks you in your own land, blow the trumpets loudly. The Lord your God will take notice of you and will save you from your enemies. Also, blow your trumpets at happy times and during the feast, at the new moon festivals. Blow them over your burnt offerings and fellowship of offerings, because it will help you remember your God. I am the Lord your God. Okay. I'm just blowing a trumpet. And it's telling me that from what I've understood, specifically verse 9, Numbers 10:9, it's saying, when you are fighting an enemy who attacks you in your own land, blow the trumpets loudly. The Lord your God will take notice of you and will save you from your enemies. I'm sharing this. I'm doing this as an act of obedience, and I'm washing my hands. I believe that there will be an attack. Holy Spirit, just speak through me. May I decrease so that you increase. I believe there's going to be an attack, a great one at that. And I'm doing my best to blow this trumpet loudly. And I believe that we need to be prepared. And I love the redeeming grace of the Lord. And it says here that the Lord, your God, will take notice of you and will save you from your enemies. I'm just saying that you need to prepare for whatever this is. I don't know if it's a physical or a heavily spiritual. Either way, it's going to be spiritual. But I'm saying something is going to happen. An attack, a great attack will occur. And I don't know when. The Lord doesn't tell me when. But you guys need to prepare, and we need to prepare. But the Lord will save us from our enemies. And then after that, we will be able to rejoice in happy times, right? So anyways, guys, I need to share this. I urge you to pray about this, to ask the Lord. Do not take this at face value. Get on your knees and really just ask the Lord. Thank you for watching.